So now if we are writing a standard CAN, okay, so in the case of standard CAN, our message ID is gonna be only 11-bit. Okay, so only this much space of standard CAN ID when writing the standard CAN frame is gonna be used. This ID, the last 19, these are gonna be not used, like unreserved. Okay, and the standard CAN frame in which there is 8 bytes of payload, so only 8 bytes is of what is gonna be occupied for it. So last two rows with the 8 bytes of data, so that is gonna make the space occupied of the message buffer for transmitting the 16 bytes of standard CAN data frame. And this is what is gonna be designated by the mailbox 1. So mailbox 1 is gonna have the address of 0x80 with the on the offset of base address of the FlexCAN instance. Okay, so you can see the mailbox size is gonna vary depending upon the data which we are writing, CAN data. So if we are writing more payloads of data, so more space would be occupied by a single mailbox, and correspondingly the mailbox count is gonna increase or decrease. So if we are using, and this is in what case, if we are writing 8 byte of message buffers, that is 8 byte of CAN data is written, that means it is totally gonna occupy 16 bytes of one space of message buffer. Okay, if we are using 16 byte of message buffer, that is 16 byte of payload, so in that case we are in total gonna have 21 message buffers. Okay, 080, 0898, as you can see over here, till 080 to till 094. So if we are having the standard data in which we have 8 bytes of payload, so totally there are going to be 32 message buffers and the 16 message buffers for FlexCAN 1 and 2 and 0, and accordingly our message mailboxes or the message number of message buffers gonna reduce. Okay, and data CAN data of this 11223344. Okay, so according to the message buffer the alignment, we are gonna write on the mailbox 4. Okay, so in that case, as we successfully write on the mailbox 4, our I flag register 3, the bit field of 3 would be setting to 1. So this CAN ID would be returned to this message buffer structure element which I have told above. Okay, CAN ID in the case of receiving. Okay, so if it has received the CAN data or detected the CAN external data of ID 302, so it is gonna copy the data onto the mailbox 2 memory space, and mailbox 2 memory space, as it is successfully returned, so our I flag register 1 is gonna set 1. So say we have configured the following mailbox 0, 1, 2 and 3 with the following message ID 0x500, 600, 700 and 800, and with the each TX mailbox as they are, we are going to configure them. So we are sending different CAN payload of 5 bytes, 8 bytes, 3 bytes or 7 bytes. Okay, now so let's just see how this the CAN payload is going to be written on the corresponding mailbox addresses of the message buffer address. Okay, so now if we step into the let's set to the next breakpoint. So we have also set the at first it is gonna calculate the get message buffer region, that is the area, the memory region of the mailbox that we have sent. Okay, and for that our address is 4002480. So now if we open that address in the memory browser, so you are gonna see it is by default 00. So now it is gonna write the data on this memory address according to the data that we have sent. Okay, so let me just reconfigure the memory browser according to the table or according to the column and row size, by which we can understand the things in a better way. For the mailbox 1, and on that the last 2 rows are used for the CAN payload data, and it has written the CAN payload that we want to send 2030405060 over here. Okay, so I hope now you are able to see and understand how the things in practically work for the transmission mailbox, and same way for the next mailbox that we have sent. Okay, so now if we remove all the breakpoints, okay, let me skip all the remove breakpoints. So it is gonna run on the one continuous flow, and on the CAN analyzer tool you can see the data being continuously transmitted out. Okay, so this is the working way of the in practical for the TX mailbox in the FlexCAN module of the NXP S32K1 and K3 microcontrollers. Now let's just see same way for the receiving mailbox also. So now for the receiving mailbox, let's say we have configured the following mailboxes: RX, MB, IDX 0, that is mailbox 0, mailbox 1, mailbox 2 and mailbox 3 with the corresponding message IDs 0x100, 0x200, 0x300 and 400. So now at first it is gonna get the address of the mailbox that we have sent. Okay, so the mailbox that we have sent and its address comes out to be 400244090. So it is gonna write at first message ID that we have sent. Okay, for finding this mailbox, so it is gonna write that mailbox message ID on this mailbox. So let me just reconfigure the memory browser of the, so as to see the things in a better way. Column 4. Okay, so 0x so now it is gonna write the message ID and you will be able to say 08. So that is 0x100 is being written in the hexadecimal and it is being bitmap and it is written as 08. Okay, so it has binded the mailbox 1 with the message ID of 0x100. Now in the same way it is gonna bind the next mailbox, the message ID mailbox with, that is the message ID is 0x300 and mailbox x2. Okay, so it is gonna first of all get the address of the next mailbox, that comes out to be mailbox 2, address comes out to be 4002440A0. that is what we have analyzed from our theoretical part understanding also. Mailbox 2, okay, like in terms of the message index 0, the mailbox is 2, but in terms of the index 1 it is 3, so it is 0xA0. okay, as you can see, and that is what the address has come out. And if we, and it is gonna write the corresponding message ID on the 0C, that is it has written the message ID of for the 0x300 on this one. Okay, and now we are just gonna set it to the next mailbox also, and now it is gonna continuous for loop, while loop. So we have configured the message buffer space according to the mailbox. Okay, so 0x400244090 A0 and B0 with the so we can see the memory space now. Okay, so 08 0C 10. Okay, and now if we send any message ID of these corresponding mailboxes, okay, so let me just clear this one, and let's say we are sending on the 0x300 message ID. Okay, and we are sending this data, so it has detected it, and on the 0x300 we have the mailbox which is configured according to the 0x300. It has copied its data onto that payload. So 2073945566, so 207394556677.